Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm talking about something that I'm really excited about. Recently myself and Ange from the channel Beyond the Pages, who I will link down below if you don't know her already, decided that we were going to do a read together. We both realised that we wanted to read this particular book. We were both a little bit intimidated, well, maybe not Ange, but I was definitely intimidated by its size, and so we thought, well, why not buddy read it? And then we thought to ourselves, I bet there's other people out there that really want to read this book too, that perhaps feel a bit intimidated and would like to read this along with us. So we are going to be doing this as a read along together. There is a Goodreads group which is set up, which I will link down below, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about the book this morning and also let you know the schedule of reading. So the book is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. This is a really big book, coming in at just under 850 pages in my edition, and it just feels a little bit intimidating. This book is set in the 1880s and is all about this cattle drive. Following this epic journey across from the Rio Grande to Montana, we're following a number of these cattle drivers and their stories of trying to forge, I suppose, a life from the job that they are doing. We've got Augustus and WF, who are former Texas Rangers who are on this drive. They just want to do something different from having to chase down criminals. We have Gus, who is a romantic and a reluctant ranger who drinks too much and likes to say, in the good old days. And we have Cal, who is determined and devoted to forge himself a new life and likes quiet and silence. And no doubt we're going to see how this group of characters come together and hear more about their backstories and learn about this cattle drive. Although it is big, although it is very much out of my comfort zone as a Western, this is something I have heard is a complete page turner, so I'm really excited to be starting this. So let me tell you a little bit about the read along. So we're going to be starting this on the very first week of January, and we're going to be splitting it into a number of chapters per week. It's going to take us 7 weeks in total to finish this. In week 1 we're going to be reading chapters 1 to 9, in week 2 to the end of chapter 25, in week 3 to the end of chapter 46, in week 4 to the end of chapter 62, in week 5 to the end of chapter 75, in week 6 to the end of chapter 90, and in week 7 to the end. I will put those down below, but if you go to our Goodreads page, they'll also be split by thread for that. So we'll have each week split so that we don't spoil anybody who wants to maybe start a little bit later. But we will be starting the first week of January, and we really hope that loads of you want to come along and join us. Ange is someone that reads a lot more classics than me and is possibly much more used to reading these sort of bigger types of books. I tend to be scared and run away both from big books and sometimes from books which are deemed as either modern classics or classics. I often get myself all scared and worried that I'm not going to understand them, or they're going to be too heavy for me, or I'm going to find the length of them intimidating. But as I've shown, if you've ever watched my Count of Monte Cristo video, I end up loving these books, and I kick myself for leaving them so long. So I'm really looking forward to this one and hoping, fingers crossed, that it turns out to be a 5-star read. Anyway, let me know if you're going to be joining along with us in the comments down below. I really hope you do, because I think it's going to be good fun. You've got plenty of time now, a good few weeks to try and get it from the library if you want to follow along and you can't buy the book yourself. And yeah, let's go and read some Lonesome Dove. Bye for now, BookTube.